Most creators blast their list, then wonder why nobody buys. But there's a simple shift used by smart brands and six-figure solopreneurs that flips the whole game. It's the anti-sell objection buster, and it quietly sets up more sales while feeling like a friendly chat. I'll show you how it works. Here's the truth most email marketers tiptoe around. If your subscribers even sense a pitch coming, their guard goes up. You felt that, right? 1 minute you're into someone's advice, the next you're dodging last chance countdown timers like spam ninjas. But when you anti-sell, you melt right through that resistance. You become the one they trust. And that's precisely how the creator I mentioned earlier turned a lukewarm email list into a $112,000 launch without cranking up the hype. Let me show you how they did it and how you can swipe the same move fast. It all comes down to what happens in the nurture phase. That's weeks 2 and 3 of your relationship sequence. Most people drop a couple of tips and call it done. But this phase, this is where the trust builds. And inside that trust, you layer something sneaky. You tackle your audience's doubts before they even ask. But not like a robot. You do it sideways. See, most email sequences wait for someone to hit reply and share a fear like, what if I can't afford this? Or will this even work for me? But that's too late. By then, they've already decided. The magic trick? You talk about the problem and then casually demolish their hidden objection without making it sound like a sales pitch. Let me walk you through an exact example. One of the key audience objections in a recent health coaching funnel was, this will take too much time and I've already failed in the past. Familiar, right? So instead of dropping a boring FAQ style email, we told a story. The story was about the coach's worst client. Not by attitude, but by schedule. She had 2 kids, a full-time job, and an injured ankle, basically a human hurricane. And yet, she made it work, not because she followed everything perfectly, but because of one weird tip. She did the hard parts first, in the car, during pickup line waits. See what we did? We didn't say, you've got time. We showed it in a way that made people nod along and think, if she pulled it off, maybe I can too. Now, here's the thing. Almost no one unsubscribed during that week, which is wild because normally that's when lists start bleeding. Instead, the replies rolled in comments like, this hit home, I felt like you were reading my mind, or my personal favorite. Okay, I'm listening. That's the job of nurture emails, not to teach everything, but to build belief. Let's zoom out for a second because this is where creators mess up. They try to give value every day, hoping the lessons alone will win people over. But you know this already. Information doesn't drive action. Belief does. Belief that your offer is the shortcut, that it works for people like them, that you're not just tossing info at them to build goodwill. You're leading them somewhere. So inside each nurture email, you pick one core objection and then you kill it with a story. Bonus style points if that story makes you look a little dumb. Hear me out. The easiest way to get someone to lower their guard is to drop your guru robe and share your own past flops. That time I spent 4K on a mastermind and still didn't figure this out. When I tried to brute force it and ended up face planting. These stories make you human, and being human sells more than pretending you're flawless. You know what else works? Reverse psychology. Like saying, look, you could hack this together on your own. That's what I did for 3 years. Just make sure you've got weekends free and a high pain tolerance. Now, you're not pushing, you're just laying out the road. One that sounds way less fun than saying yes to the offer you're building up to. This is what I call pull instead of push copy. You're not dragging people across the line. You're drawing them toward it. And the beauty, when pitch time finally drops, usually week 4, it doesn't feel like a pitch. It feels like the next logical step. That's what happened in the campaign I mentioned in the beginning. By the time the offer came around, subscribers were practically begging for the buy button. Why? Because their objections got massaged away drip by drip inside stories that built belief. They didn't get sold. They felt seen, and here's the gold. That approach didn't just boost sales, it made the list stronger. After the promo, unsubscribes dropped by 47%. Engagement held. And that coach, she didn't just make $112,000 from one sequence, she turned those buyers into repeat customers. Because when you sell people the right way, they stick. Now, if you're wondering how to come up with those stories or find the right objections to bust, I've got you. Inside the Connect method for email marketing, I break down the full relationship sequence framework. You'll learn how to build your own 3x3x3 content matrix, Organize emails by phase and identify what your audience truly needs to hear before they'll ever say yes. I spent 18 months researching this, not because I'm a genius, but because I was sick of seeing good businesses fail to connect. And once you see how natural this feels, how easy it becomes to write emails that sound like you and still convert, you'll never go back. So if you want to sell more without selling hard, if you want your emails to feel like a trusted conversation, not a pitch parade, and if you want a playbook that works for everyone from creators to coaches to e-commerce brands, click the link in the description and grab your copy of the Connect method for email marketing. The nurture phase alone is worth it, and that's just one slice of the system. And hey, if you want more videos like this, make sure you hit subscribe. We've got more creator tested psychology backed tips coming your way. Click the link, I'll see you inside the book.